it does, what it does. There we go. Chee-hoo. All right, now we gonna get it twisted. What's happening, people? All right, we're here to help you. If you got any Q's and A's, what is up, folks? Stuart, my man, what's crack-a-lackin'? What is up, Dina, Rich, Camera Junkie? Why did Zoom not start? What is your illmatic problem? Anyway, we are going to dive in. If you have any questions related to your content creation situation, drop them in the section down below, and then we can get it twisted. Yo, all right, so I was having this thought process the other day, and I came up with something that might be a wee bit helpful for some of you kin folks here. All right, so one of the biggest, I wouldn't say it's a challenge per se, but it is definitely something that comes up, and it has to do with getting consistent results from, if you're using a LLM, large language model, and you're trying to get consistent results out, and people tell you to generate a persona for yourself and then build some sort of custom instructions. Okay, so ChatGPT has a place in the settings to allow you to place in custom instructions, and Claude has a place to allow you to put in custom instructions. ChatGPT is dope because it has memory function that could help you out. So the thing that I thought about that might make this a little bit easier for some of y'all would be go to any of the above, right? ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whichever. Say who you are, what you do, and the target audience you're trying to reach. Okay? So you're going to say, I'm Luis, also known as Mr. Camera Junkie. Here's a link to my channel. Claude doesn't understand links, but the other two do. And they did that for a reason, which would talk about if you wish. I say, I'm Luis, also known as Mr. Camera Junkie, and I have a channel where I talk all about cameras, both new and old, how to get the most out of them, and I teach people who are, trying to select their camera for their creative endeavors, make sure they get the right thing. Okay? So, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. And thank you, Paul. So then you say, my target audience are content creators, mostly YouTubers, who are basically building their gear list, trying to get good with the cameras that they already own. In the next, you hit, character turn, shift enter. In the next line, you legit say, ask me some detailed interview questions that you could use to help me build a set of custom instructions so that I can make this content always sound like me, feel like me, and deliver my style, my tone, my voice. It will legit spit out you a questionnaire. What I would do with this questionnaire, instead of typing to fill it out, which is what the traditional custom instructions is for, you see a lot of people that are selling templates or giving away templates that allow you to generate a custom instruction by way of basically filling out a form. What I would do is pop on the freaking mic, camera, whatever, and ask yourself the question, answer the question in as natural a tone as possible. Okay? So you take the list, ask yourself a question, answer it in as natural tone as possible, and then go down the entire list like you were legit getting interviewed by Hank or myself or, Rich or someone of that nature, right? So as you're answering, you are giving your own style, your own voice. And it was hard for you to not do that. It is hard for you not to deliver your style. There you go. So, that simple. That simple. And then you take that, whatever your favorite transcript situation is, you can throw it at that transcript, right? Mac Whisper, Auphonic will run a transcript for you. Descript, if you're still rocking that, Whisper ASR, any of the above. If you post it as an unlisted YouTube video, Glass will generate you a transcript. But you're going to take that transcript and then you're going to feed it back to that same chat and you're going to say, build me a custom instructions based off of that transcript. And once it generates those, you're going to copy and paste them into the spot where you want it to be. How about that for a simple but way? How about that for a simple but way to generate a dope persona for your LLM so that you can make it sound like you without, I know a lot of people, they hear us talk about building custom instructions, whatever, building GPTs, whatever, and that freaks them out. You can ask the bot what information it needs in order to best provide. Jolanda, first of all, thank you. Second of all, purple forever. And then tomorrow, after the game, one of us will be happy, one of us will be scared. Tired. Sad. Dang it, I can't speak no kind of English today. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. If I'm going to give my real deal Holyfield prediction, it's going to be within a field goal. And if the football gods allow it, we somehow will pull it out of our butt, but you guys are the favorite, period. Our defense is legit. Gardner Minshew, I want to punch him in the neck right now. Hopefully he turns this around. He's just getting used to the system. I'm going to give him an excuse, but he get on my nerves. He do stupid stuff. How you going to fumble? Anyway, never mind. I'm not going to talk about him. He makes me mad. Rich's Cowboys are doing phenomenal. Makes me mad. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, legit way to get a better output. So you can, if you wanted to sound so much more like you, and I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about this today because last week, when Mary Lou and I were chatting, actually not last week, last Tuesday, when Mary Lou and I were chatting, I was explaining to you how with this bad boy or your phone, you could easily develop a show by talking to your phone and letting it transcribe your notes, right? So one of the biggest challenges, of course, when it comes to this content creation process is ideating. And one of the yeah, I know, Rich, but he's making me mad. Anyway, yeah, so it's a challenge, and you think about it, it doesn't have to be that hard, because in the last year, specifically the last 3 to 6 months, most of the voice translation stuff has gotten really, really good. Matter of fact, OpenAI just dropped a brand new model which should be available to most of y'all. Let me come over here and browse this joint up real quick and see if it's available yet. CH. That's not how you spell chat. CH. Chat GPT. Boom. All right, let's see if this is available. In here, there is a brand new model. Yeah, right here. So there's the OI Preview and the OI Mini. These are brand new models. I think you have to have a pro account to have access to these new models. But what they do is they actually think deeper into questions. So it's not just a surface-oriented answer. I wouldn't tell this to write me a script. That's going to be better in 4.0. But if you needed to develop a strategy for something, right, it's going to be better. You're going to be able to do something like that. So you have the mini and you have preview. These guys can do some sort of advanced thinking, some advanced reasoning. And you'll notice it because when you click on the model and the model is doing its resolution, it actually takes a while. And then you'll get a prompt back that says, thought about this for 9 minutes. Here's where you go. So these models, I mean, I'm telling you, these models are getting better and better and better and better, right? So if I were to, okay, here's a prime example of this particular model working. I could go get an advanced paper from some doctor about imposter syndrome, which, you know, myself, Daniel, Mary Lou, we all think is total BS. I could, whatever, you believe whatever you want to believe. But I could take that paperwork and I can say, okay, here are 1, 2, 3 studies done by various people. Look at those papers and find me holes in this theory because I want to create a show proving that imposter syndrome is basically invented between the left ear and the right ear. And it would be able to help you generate that. Whereas the standard issue model probably wouldn't be able to do that. It can give you precursory stuff. It can pull crap from the web, but it's not really going to deeply think it through. So then you would take whatever you generated with Mini, probably for that particular task, Mini would be the best. You could take that and flush it out, and you could legit build yourself a whole entire show sort of based off of that. You know what I mean? So the blueprint, again, is as follows. You go into brand new GPT. Boom. New. Did I press new? Oh, I did press new. He dumb. So you would go to 4.0 and you would tell it who you are and what you do, right? So, you know what I mean? I'm Images by Gretchen. Well, I'm Gretchen Sheps. I do shows where I read books and help adults connect back to their reading, but also we review children's books, the artworks, the business. We talk about all myriad things around books and book writing, especially books designed for kids. My target audience is avid readers, educators, people who are, you know, XYZ. Generate me some interview questions that would help me in the production of this show. I want to make a set of custom instructions. It will generate those questions. Take those questions, put them in your favorite phone recording app, sit down, cup of coffee, turn on the recorder, and read said questions and answer said questions. And if that's too complicated, you could even cheat and then do custom. This would not be as good, but it would work. Here's a random one. We don't need that. Oh my God, this person. See, this is funny, bruh. This is funny. What I just told you to do, somebody has made a service. Okay? Holy God. Somebody has made a service that's $100 a month for the booty program, $500 a month for the non-booty program to help you generate kind of sort of what I just said. Okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. So you're going to define personas and it's going to help you generate complex prompts. That's funny. Oh my God. The stuff that people come, and it's probably good because they probably added some extra stuff to it, but it's still pretty funny that that stuff exists, because there's somebody in business who has more money than time, and they could just do that. See, I knew everybody's hiding this stuff behind paywall like they invented it, and that's not really it. But here's a good one. Let's read this one aloud. Paul, are you okay? I see your head bobbing back and forth behind my browser. I just want to make sure you haven't fallen and can't get up. Okay, as content creator, stop that. You specialize in punk. As content creator, you specialize in insert specific tasks, right? Which would be like creating content around moderation of YouTube channels. You do this by utilizing a comprehensive knowledge library in the form of, and then you would be like experience, my block word list, understanding what creators are looking for, trying to keep their attention span on the chat and not worried about, people coming in and derailing things, so forth and et cetera. You offer, and then that would be what Paul would offer. And then this is designed to insert a specific task. That task would be teaching people why moderation is super important and how it can affect your stream, not only from people coming in, posting stupid crap about teaching you about Islam. Why would I ask someone whose name is Derek Palmer about Islam? That makes about as much sense as Team Screen Doors in the Submarine. And so forth. Anyway, so your primary role is, and you can do this. So this was a little formal, and that's why the way I asked it was a little bit easier. But you could tell chat to generate you a better set of questions to help you get to your mission and your purpose, right? And then it would be able to figure that out. Now, one of the things that's really cool about Chat at this point is it does have the memory feature. So if we click on settings, you go on personalization, there is your memory. All the myriad things that it needs to know about you is sort of built in, right? And then, for instance, it thinks that my unique features and whatever my teaching style is using experience, basically historical reference and structured guidance, uses history and clear steps to teach. I kind of do that. I tell you why this exists. Don't just say do this. I explain why Apple does things a particular way. And they got all of this just from reading my transcripts, right? I use personal anecdotes and practical tips. I rely on stories and actionable advice to engage and instruct. This is very true. I use step-by-step guidance, offer clear, actionable framework for the readers / listeners / viewers to follow. Yes. And then also I use quotes 100%, right? And so it remembers these things, right? It knows my target audience is Gen X creators who are older, mostly novice or beginners, who are older, or Gretchen or Paul, mostly novice or beginners, whom are small business owners, solo entrepreneurs. Core values include creativity, empowerment, community, positive mindset. Unique selling proposition involves simplifying the complicated, leveraging extensive experience. Basically, he called me old right now. Chad, you jerk. In broadcast media and technology, effectively motivating people to overcome limiting beliefs. Haunted. The tone style is professional, friendly, quirky, humorous, emulating the GOAT, the GOAT test, the GOAT, and the GOAT, right? And it just talks about workshops and things that I'm doing. And the other thing that it remembers, I cannot stand. Unlock, unleash, game-changing, groundbreaking, transforming, innovative, disruptive, synergy, holistic, paradigm, ecosystem, optimized, pioneering, delve. Revolutionary, cutting edge, empower, tapestry, journey, treasure trove, embark, firstly, lastly. Like, if you say that mess, Chad, I will knock you right in the jiggly bits. So you can get this thing to not sound so crazy. And it's a very easy lift now. Before, when I first set that up, it was a lot harder. You basically had to generate all of those questions. At this point in time, you don't have to generate all those questions. You can tell it to interview you. Yes, 100%. So let's go play in Kevin's brain. I need to create, I wish I could type faster, people, a set of custom instructions. This one is be tilted by me and not really Kevin, but we'll see. A set of customs for a, close that iPad, sorry. DISNEYCENTRI6. It's easier for me to just stop talking and type. Okay. Boom. Thank you, Not Pretending TV. I got you. Whatever question, drop it in the chat below. Throw a Q colon in the front and we'll get you squared away. And of all people, the damn moderator, Kevin, forgot the damn Q. And Paul is already sending you a nasty message. He's over here giggling in the back while he's doing it. Okay, so I need to create a set of custom instructions for Disney-centric content creators specifically targeted at Instagram posts, Reels, and Stories. It would know what to do. I don't know who the target audience is, but I'll make it up. The target audience is people new to boom. Okay. It's all good, Kev. You're good. All right. So now you say, boom, Gen 8 interview questions that can be used to create this set of. That's so dumb, he can't spell. All right. The results. I told Chad, this may or may not work, I don't know, but I didn't want my stuff to mess up Kevin. Paul, are you trying to turn the lights on with a remote control? I just seen the hand of God come up, he like, the gank. Anyway, so a generator set of interview questions that we used for this set of custom instructions. Ignore my current CI and memory for this set of tasks. You probably won't need this last line because you probably don't already have custom instructions. Bingo. Let's see what she say. Oh, here we go. So now, if I were to, oh God, I should have never teach y'all that. What I should be doing is charging y'all like $100 to come on a Zoom call and I help you generate your custom instructions. I would just interview you. I would rock the transcript and I'll be like, Chad, make a set of custom instructions off this transcript. In about 2 minutes after your interview, I would be like, here's your custom instructions. They were like, damn, that boy is good. So anyway, let me show you what Chad said about Kevin. Well, technically Jackie. Kevin is just the security. He says, who's your target audience, your primary audience on Instagram, right? Adults, Disney park, first timers, whatever. And again, instead of you typing this in, you're going to be answering this vocally in your voice. And that's going to help it discover your style, your tone, your grace, your spirit, your jokes, your horrible jokes, your puns. Sorry, Tom. Like whatever, right? It's going to help you figure this mess out, right? What specific Disney-related themes resonate with you the most? Star Wars, stupid. I mean, no, sorry, this is Kevin, not me. But parks, movies, history, merchandise, characters, etc. How do you balance content created for both the seasoned Disney fan and the newcomers? See, that's a question I wouldn't even have thought to ask as an interviewer, and that's actually a good question, right? So if you're coaching or talking to other Disney creators, like that is actually brilliant, right? How do you want your brand to be perceived for your audience? Fun, informative, nostalgic, magical. And maybe it's all of the above. But you would say this out in your style, your voice, whatever. You could probably even do it because transcripts are so brilliant. You could sit on the couch as a couple and answer these together so it gets a little bit of both of y'all. A little bit of love is all it takes. A little bit of love goes a long, long way. Sorry, my Tourette's just kicked in. There you go. So it would get both of your guys' swag if that's important for the channel. Do you focus on showcasing specific Disney parks, a mix of parks, films, and merchandise? If so, how do you decide what to highlight? Very brilliant. What are some common mistakes Disney-centric creators on Instagram, and how do you avoid them? Okay. How do you incorporate trending Instagram elements like popular sounds, filter challenges, maintaining your Disney focus? Very good. What is your approach to creating? What role do captions play? That's the best. How do you decide on hashtags to use? And then how do you come up with ideas for reels, right? What are you trying to gain? Again, trends, parks, visits, movie releases, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, this is the basis to get our podcast going. There you go, Kev. See, listen. Okay, so this is kind of sort of delicious, right? I mean, they're going straight down. So now that you're there, sorry, people. I had to stop talking when I type. Otherwise, it'll mess you up because I'll be here all day. Anyway, generated show flow and structure for a podcast. You don't really have to fix this stuff. Chat knows what to do, but my brain can't help it. Generated show flow and structure for a podcast for these Disney creators that will employ these custom instructions. Ding. Bing, bing, bing. All right. Well, actually, I messed up because it's still thinking that we're talking about Instagram, but boom, it's still doing it. It's still doing it, right? You're going to do your intro. You're going to explain your purpose. You're going to do your welcome. You're going to preview the episode. You're going to rock an icebreaker with a fun fact, a trivia, maybe even a question. There you go. It explains to you what the purpose of that is, to add fun and a lighthearted start to the conversation, engaging these Disney enthusiasts. You're going to maintain a content segment, right? I'm sorry, the main content segment. You're going to do key, whatever those content segments are. Then you're going to do another content segment, which would be cool. You could just look at some reels, right? You could talk about that maybe. Be careful with the copyrights of that. Then you're going to do another content segment where you're going to talk about some cool, interesting stories. Actually, if you're doing a curated post where you're showing off some of the other Disney content that's actually pretty smart because you're curating all the reels that other people should see. You guys remember Tosh, when Tosh first came on? What was the name of that show, Luis? I know Luis is my comedy man's in here. Chicken Soup, right? No, right? No. Was it Chicken Soup? Anyway, Tosh used to do this show, and then, oh my God, what's her name? Anisha, Tyler, they used to do this show, and they would just basically look for the virally-ass things or funny things on the internet and kind of curate. That's 1.0, but the original show was called Soup. I know what it was. It was Talk Soup, but then it turned into this video one. So it might have been Tosh.0. That's what I was thinking. I thought it was Tosh 2.0, but maybe I'm mixing Talk Soup with another show. Anyway, the point is, yeah, Kevin, you can do it. You can do it. And if you had already done the custom instructions, that second part would have become even better, right? Now, don't forget, you're having a conversation with homie, so you can kind of go back and forth, right? So that's the whole shooting match in and of itself. Don't forget, we're taking your questions for what you're trying to do today. So if you have a question about something you're trying to do, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm mixing up Talk Soup. That I know what that was. That was a talk show one, and that was Joel. But there was a show that was similar to Tosh.0 before Tosh.0, which I think Tosh.0 became, and it basically just showed all the YouTube videos, and they would just make fun of people being stupid. Then Tosh.0 came out of that. Now, there's a show in the middle of that, and I can't remember what it's called. VH1. Listen. Oh, look. Drop the Q colon in the front of that. Anyway, on to the next piece of today's fun while I'm waiting for your guys' question. I did an Instagram reel, a YouTube short I did a whole ass YouTube video about my Scotty cage that I use for my DJI Osmo Pocket. And Scotty saw it. So this is my beefy, I got to get that work did cage for my Osmo Pocket 3. This thing is Ashford and Simpson. This is what these two pieces are called. This is Ashford, this is Simpson. Because this thing is solid. Solid as a rock. That's what this love is. Anyway, so it was a couple months later, but Scotty saw my review and was like, yo, son, don't know how we missed this, but thank you for doing this little review. And then Scotty doesn't know. Scotty said, his real name is Scott, by the way. Scott said, hey, do you want to check out this new piece we came up with? And I was like, ain't nothing but a word, Big Bird. So this is the similar product to this, but it's skinnier and smaller, which would be good for camp because I'm not going to be like thuggish, ruggish bone at camp. I'm going to be running and gunning, but I don't need it to be as beefy as this, right? So this is the slimmer version of the case, and it does have the battery extension. So why, yes, ASMR. I hope, sorry, people. That would drive me nuts. Scotty did send me this, but I'm not required to do a review. But you know I am, because that's my life. Oh, what I should do is bust out my my scale that I used to use for my previous business and tell you the difference in the weight, but it's a big difference. This one's much heavier. It does have, the bigger one does have brass mounting points. So there's one here, there's one here, and there's one more someplace else, which escapes me right now. Oh, there it is. It was beneath my fat hand. This one does too have the brass point. It's on the opposite side. And it features two, one on each side, which will make sense in a second. It has a brass point in the back, which is just fantastic. This will not only protect your lid, your eyeball piece, gimbal face, but this is a little magnet strip that will hold the lenses, right? So I have a couple of lenses on mine, and it'll handle that. And then there is, boom, a little warning sheet. It says, just wouldn't leave your expensive camera in the car on a hot day. Temperatures exceeding 130 degrees can cause permanent deformation. Whew. That's about LA right now. Your accessory is fully tuned out of a box, so don't be tempted to go in tight any more than you need to. That's also super funny because, you know, somebody would do that and then strip the the 3D printing and then try to call Scotty and be like, it don't work. Nah, fam, that was you. All right, so there's your universal, what do you call this thing? Action camera mount. There is your hot shoe location point for things like mics. And then there's a handy dandy little strap that you can use so you don't drop it, okay? You keep these bags because this will hold, never mind, different conversation. Then in this piece is another unit. This is known as the dual handle for the Osmo Pocket 3 Pro cases. Now this handle is designed for the Big Daddy over here, but I don't know if this ruler is going to open this. I might need to get out my knife. It worked. Let me check to see if we have any questions coming in while I'm doing this here. Boom. Can you have a look at... Yeah, so this would be the hard part. It might be able to do it, but what you want to do first, Kevin, this is actually a good question. Because when I fine-tuned my instructions, I fine-tune them every couple of months by taking transcripts from the last 3 or 4 podcasts and then having it regenerate. Is there anything we need to update based off of the most current transcripts? So that way it stays up on, knowledge in term of art and things of that nature. I am sure there is probably a website or a tool somewhere that will go and grab all of your IG posts and put them like in a download. And then you could do, well, actually, here's easy. All of the reels you've already posted, you probably have on your phone, because when you post a reel, it puts the video on your phone. Put those in an album somewhere. If you have Scenery, Final Cut, Premiere, DaVinci, whatever, make a supercut, like stick it all together. Maybe put a blank space in between, and then tell it to read this transcript and notice that everywhere there is this word or this thing, it separates the individual clips, or transcribe them one at a time. So if you have something like Mac Whisper, you could throw all of them in a single file at the Mac Whisper, and Mac Whisper would transcribe each of them and give you all individual files. You could take those individual files and upload them to ChatGPT and have it basically generate those instructions based off of those transcripts. So using actual transcripts is much, much better. And Auphonic does do that as well. So similar warning, because it is made out of the same thing. Go this way. There you go. Then you have there's a bunch of screws in here. All right. So you get the wrench. I got a small rig device for that. You got the remember that thing, the ab roller? You got the ab roller in here with the little 3D printed washer. And then you got a bunch of countersunk 1/4-inch screws. Okay, so first things first, I think on this particular setup, what I would do is 86 this in order to put the handles. And if I was me, which I am, hold on. Oi. I'm going to use a little shorty. It's your birthday. Do not, if you decide to spend your 30 bones to get you one of these, do not be tempted to use your electronic screwdriver on something of this nature. It would be real dumb. Now, if you got one of the modern Major General ones where you can set that clutch down to like 3-year-old tightening, maybe that could slide. It probably would be beneficial to read an instruction, but homie, don't play that. All right, there's that. That looks gravy. And there's an R. All right, so We're going to run with mit that, as they say in German. We will run mit that. Oi. Fat fingers. Oh, I see. Scotty said we're going to go to Allen Wrench for this bad boy. We're going to make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Okay, so just tighten it just a wee bit. Don't get crazy. That's cool. And then you got your handle, which immediately says, Doc, you dummy. I'll fix it. I will fix it. Get in there. Oh, that's smart. Instead of sliding all the way in like this, it actually, you lay it in and then it locks to give it a little bit of bite. That is genius, brother Scotty. All right. It's really hard when you have gigantic fingers and it's hard to start little screws. Those of you guys with normal size hands, you don't know how lucky you are. I'm going to look like a fool here, but it's okay. What I'm going to do is relinquish this first because it's lighter and it'll be easier to make the adjustment, and then I'll come back to the other one. What did Paul said? Ooh, Paul. What did he say? Oh, just talking about Comedy Central. What was the scale you used for weighing diamonds? How he changed everything, eliminate the object into song. Hey, you know what? Boom. Reading quickly is hard for me. What software would you use to listen to the script with an earpiece? Oh, that's a good idea. I see, like having actual interview. You know what? Paul, you bring up a very good thought, homie. What I would do in that situation is actually hit up one of your friends and have them interview you. Have the spouse or a family member or Angel on the main stage read the interview to you. Then that would make it easier, right? I would legit have somebody interview you. Because then you'll just, and what it is, Paul, is you'll be in your natural state of flow. So I think it would make it better. The conversation would be better. It would be more engaging, so forth, so on, etc. So it might even be in your best interest to have one of your people read it for you, if that makes any sense. That's a damn good thought, my man. That is a damn good thought. Yeah, this is easy, but it ain't. I'm having I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before, and I swear. Sorry. Paul, I started singing that song, and Paul started twerking. I looked up to the Zoom room. All I seen was his hand pots. What the heck were you doing, Paul? Paul was over there. That's a cut right there. Dirty Dancing. We know what Paul used to do on Saturday. All right, there it is. Now I got the hand dial put in there. Man, your fingers are just huge, my man. That's all there is to it. So what I did was connect the handle to here first. That will make it easier. Then you say, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Din, 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 din. It's not unusual to see me crying. Your man is losing it today. I know what you're thinking, Paul. Today. See what happens when Mary Lou has class and there's nobody here to rein it in? Oh, dang. Come on, dude. Okay, my problem with my hand is this Allen key is a wee bit short. I do have a longer version of this Allen key that's a screwdriver. I should probably get it out and make my life easier. But basically, what you're going to end up with is the case would be like such. Grip in the front for your hands, and then you're going to have one on each side so you can get that nice schmood, just like the Silka. And then you would pop this off and throw your little Kage in there. What do you call that thing? Oh, yeah, you have to attach this handle first because you're definitely not reaching all up in here, right? Because the screw is on the inside there. You're not reaching all up in there to try to get it twisted. But this is actually pretty sick, son. It's actually pretty sick. It's going to give you a really nice purchase on your camera. So it already has stabilization. Stabilization inside the DJI is pretty phenomenal, but it's just going to be even more stable and allow you, if you have, it's probably going to help out with that little bit of Z-axis bounce. I was talking to Jeremy the other day, and he said he got the Z-axis bounce for his little K-Toro or mini truck. It's a mini fire engine, and those things notably have horrible suspensions, but the image comes out really good because the Z-axis kind of takes off some of the bounce. Because basically, you know, you got your X, you got your Y, and the Z is sort of going forward. So what the Z-axis does is it slightly bobs up and down in order to take off some of that. There's a word for it. Tessellation. That's the right word. When you're shooting with a gimbal and the gimbal is picking up your vertical up and down movement in contrast to its vertical up and down movement, aka tessellation. Fat fingers. All right, there we go. Now we are cooking like Pam. Now we are cooking like Pam. Yeah, Paul, so I'm really interested. Like, I think it would be really cool if you were to generate your questions, just have somebody read it to you. So that way you can just think and you can, oh my God, that feels freaking dope. Shoo, boom. Hey, tell me, my man, are you nervous in the service? Super green. Yo, that is clutch. I like, man. People are going to laugh because they be like, well, you got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 because of its size. Then you went and did this. I don't care if people laugh, they stupid. I want my footage to look super tight. This is gold. That is gold. That might be handy for Luis because he's pushing nephew at the same time trying to shoot. And then so it'll give you a little bit more stability. All right. Paul is feverishly typing in the chat, so let me check on the chat. Who knows what kind of shenanigans and tomfoolery is going on here. Flo, what it do? George, Team Purple. That's all you need to know. If you leave it in the hot car and then drop it, yo, you be dropping it like it's hot. Thanks, man. Thanks. And I guarantee that sucker would break. Allen wrenches for the bags. Sorry, Flo. Sorry. It was Silver Springs. You know what it is. What are your suggestions between 16 millimeter lens and 30 millimeter lens? About to get a ZV-E 10. Okay, so it's simple. 35 is glorious because it's an almost perfect lens. Your eye is somewhere between like 53 and 56, like what your eyes can see, you know. I'm not gonna let Buster come out. Buster, stay in there. Get out of my head, Trevor. Oh, flip mode. Sorry, this, you know what it is. Hit you with the script of what you're saying, yo. Anyway, the 16 is because you're close. So I can grab my camera. My camera is 26 inches away. I got 37-inch reach. So that's why you would use the 16. A lot of people, rightfully so, if you use the 16, it make your face fatter. Well, I don't care because I'm not vain. I don't think this song is about me, so I don't care. Also, I only have an 8-foot room, so I can't put my camera far enough away to use the 35. If I use the 35, it would make my head look so huge. My head would look normal, right? Paul, you're in the 16, right? Yes. Hold on. Let's investigate. Let's see Paul's big ass head. Good thing you got your makeup on. See, so like we have basically perspective. I'm not zoomed to the corner, but perspectively, our heads are not actual. They're the same size. My head is not really this big. It's massive, but it's not this massive. And then Paul's a tall person. Paul's 6'3", so maybe 6'4". Which one of them is correct? Your finger's out of frame. Oh, 6'1". Really? I know why. Because you was wearing those old people shoes with the strap. They make you a little taller. I'm sorry. I take it back. Proportionally it looks the same. If you have the distance, a 35 would actually probably look a little bit better. But also I wouldn't get the wall to wall in the back. I'd be sort of cramped in. I think a lot of people are shooting with like 24, 28, 35. I just don't have the distance to do that. When I put mine at 28, it makes my head look even more big, but it's not because of the fatness that you get in your face. It's because it's so close. Like it literally is zoomed in. As a matter of fact, I could go to 28 from here. Hold on. It's going to take me a second. Let me go to 28. That's 28. That is because I don't have room to move the camera back. If I can move the camera back, that would be better. That's 17. I rock it about 17 and a half on a regular basis. Boom. Bass. Hello, can you go? Sigma 16 is the move. Sigma 35, probably even better. If you are in a position, Flo, I would say go to Pro Camera Hawaii and ask Tony to let you borrow both of them. But you don't have a friend that owns one of those stores, then you can hit up Lens Rental or KEH or find whoever the camera store guy is in the greater metropolitan region and then try. Because it really is a matter of space. Ooh, Paul found it. Comment downloader for Instagram. Is that the same company that makes the YouTube one? Oh, gangster. That is dope, bruh. Oh, man, please don't start, Flo. Jesus Christ. I'm going to be in there. Look, Flo, I got the Muji aluminum, extra fine nib, and it's sweet. Muji Dushi. Next time you go to New York or San Francisco, it's in the airport. Hang in there, Paul. Let's see. This is melting my brain. So many ideas going on at the moment. There you go, Kev. For sure. Okay. Stuart says, first of all, Stuart, I just got to give you all the love every time I see you, because I am a happy camper now when I'm doing my travels and my whole little wool wardrobe. Like, it is the best thing since sliced damn bread. So you, my friend, are a king. All right. I am, look, Unbound Merino t-shirt on right now. It's the best in the business. Anyway, Stuart said, playing with voice messages is a big thing on radio stations here in the UK. I was thinking of doing the same on my monthly show. I think my members may love it. Do you know of any sites or software? Absolutely. Podpage. So if you go to flow.ecam.com, we use a service that is known as Podpage, and you'll see there is a voicemail box right there on the page that allows people to leave me voicemails. We could take those voicemails and play them in our show and then use them as sort of a Q&A situation. So yeah, that is brilliant, my friend. That is brilliant. All right, look. Oh, this is the smaller version of the Scotty case. Camera is in there, and this is dope. Like, this is much smaller, slide right in the pocket, and still strong as an ox. Solid. I need to hit it with something. That's my screen right there, and I'm not worried about crushing it. When you go to open it, you just give it a little. Then, yes, it does take a little longer to turn your camera on and off, but it's safe. The fits in there. I have a filter. The filter fits in there. Like, it's legit. It's legit. Once it goes to sleep, you're gonna push this on first and then give it a little. Now you're in position. Slip it in the pocket or the side of your backpack. Put it in your pocket on the side of your backpack. I love it. I absolutely love it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. The microphone holes are here so you can get all your microwaves. You can charge right in the little biscuit right here. So there will be an upcoming review for this little baby right here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Stuart, man, check out Podpage. That is the move. It's super good for doing what you're trying to do. Let's see. Aubrey said. Oh, they're talking to Flo. They're on pins now. Let's see. It's all good. I caught you. I got you. Oh, that's too funny. Last night, this song oh my God. Yo, that is the cut. I was singing that the other day recently. I found some hot stuff, baby, the sheeting. Yo. Yes, I don't know why that got into my head. I forgot what's New Pussycat. I know the basic parts of it, but that's it. Yes. Donna Summers was, dude, when I was a wee lad, literally the album that I would listen to the most was Donna Summers and Taste the Honey. At that time, I don't think I knew what the heck a Japan was, but I liked the song Sukiyaki. And then when I get my first day of Japan school and I learned how to sing it in actual Japanese, I was like, how crazy is that? A song that I've been bopping to since I was like 6, 7 years old is now a feature. Don't swing the device. That's super funny, Paul. That's super funny. I have a local pen guy who, Aubrey and Flo is talking about pens. I'm not listening to y'all because that is my new addiction right now. What I actually meant was reading the script you have for pre-prepared. It's not a script. So what I'm saying, Paul, let me run that back for all the people that showed up a little bit late. What I'm saying is, rather than reading the script, I just told it who I am, what I'm trying to do, and what my target audience is. And again, if you're like me and you're a horrible typer, you can just say that, right? And then I told it I wanted to generate a set of custom instructions that would help me better serve those folks. So it generated those questions. So what I was saying is you take those questions and you sit down with your voice recorder and you answer those questions to the voice recorder as if you were being interviewed for a job, right? And if you don't, if you don't want to read it because you want to be even more natural, it is probably actually best if you had somebody interview you using those questions. And like any good interview, you say the question and the answer. So if they said like, what is your target audience and what do you hope they get out of listening to your content? You would say, my target audience is Gen X creators who are small business owners who are mostly new to content creation and are looking for a leg up, some shortcuts or some ways to just simplify content creating. What I hope they get out of it is that content creating can be a lot of fun, but it's also a fantastic way to grow your business, reach new customers, and just appeal more human to your audience, to your customers, to the people that you hope to engage with. So many people in marketing just spit out useless marketing banter, and I hate it. So I'm on a mission to make things better. That's it. So you take that transcript of that interview, you give it back to ChatGPT, say, using this transcript, generate me custom instructions that will allow me to better serve my folks. See, that's what I said. Hey, it makes me sad, but I would love it if we win. Trust me, but I'm feeling it's a field goal and we lose. Old people's shoes with the strap. You know what it is. You know what it is. Doofus Simulator. Oh, deal. Oh my God. Depth of Field Simulator. Yeah, I was like, what the heck is a doofus simulator? Oh my God. Yo, that is so horrible. Your man's legit read that as doofus simulator. DOFSIMULATOR.net. Oh, I see. Yo, Luis, you're a god, my man. All right, setting. First of all, where did they get? Can we switch this to another person? Because she looked like she coming for your breakfast. All right, so Flow Rider. If your goal is to get to that 35 millibiscuits, boom, that's what you're gonna see. Why is she in Central Park? Oh no, that's DC. No, that's completely AI generated. I don't know. Don't start me lying. Go away. All right. So we got your interface, basic. We're going to use metric. The model is a man's. Oh, it's Perry. What the hell kind of model is that? Oh my God. Let's use woman too. Why is she strike a pose? Let's do building, tree. Why don't they let you put in office? All right, anyway. So we're going to leave it like that. And then we're going to choose your camera model. And let's go down to Sony. We're going to skip the whole C section because they're trash. And then we're going to go to Alpha 7.4. Ow. 63, 65. All of these bottom ones are APCs, so they all be generally the same. Let's see. I'm just checking to see like if they came up with the ZVs. Wow, they think this thing goes back, son. This thing goes back. Distlers. It goes up to 6,600. So I'm gonna pick 6,400 because that's the closest to the ZV. Boom. That's cool. And then we got the 35. And then I'm gonna set. I do 3.2. I don't. My lens goes down to like 1.4. I don't put it that far down. Just don't, because it's the focus area for your face is really short, and that means if you just go back like here, you're out of focus. All right, so that's 35. That's 16. 35, 16. Oomph, 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 oomph. 210. Oh. That's why that 135 is dope for portraits. That's why 135 is amazeballs for portraits. Even if you're only on the f4 lens and you at that 135, the portrait just be looking saucy. This is actually dope, Luigi. Who came up with this nonsense? Hey, go away, tooltips. You're getting on my nerves. The model focus. All right, so I'm going to be at just about 1 meter, slightly under 1 meter. I'm about 90 centimeters. So now you can see what that 16 looks like. You know what I mean? That's about right there. Yep, that's about right there. That's that ish right there. So that's kind of sort of what my shot looks like, except for I'm way fatter than this lady. You can do face. Hello, can you go? Nice. Oh, come on, son. If you really, really think about this, this is actually good. Let me do a little math real quick. 26 inch 2 meters. Wait. 66. Dude, if you really think about this joint, and I come in here and set this bad boy to about where I'm at on my camera, and again, I'm just bigger than this lady. I'm at about 18 and a half. If I was to take this image right here and then make a quick ting, 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 like this, and then go back to here and put old girl on here. And then get out my little overlay trip and go and get my framer. It's about right. I think this is a pretty good test. It is about right. Right? She's smaller than me and she's standing up. If she were sitting down, it'd be about right. Because your goal would definitely be to have her like in the bottom position, like about right here. Oh, it is. It is. So yeah, that's exactly, if I get rid of these two things, like she is, man, this is actually good. I'm way fatter than white girl over here, but I mean, it's exactly, I put in my exact settings for what I got popping right now. And it's, yo, come on, Luis. You are a king today, homie. That joint is sick. That is sick. Yo, if you got 20 in front of you, man, I'm doing 35 millimeter. I might even be doing a 50. The only thing is you got to have to get an app that control your camera because you got to get up. If you need to touch the camera, you want a thing to control. Oh, dang, that is sick. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yo, that's, yeah, so normally what I do, Kev, is I put this little Falcam quick release on the bottom. And then that allows me to get it on and off my tripod really, really quick. This is a small Falcam F22 quick release, one of my favorites. Love that thing. Boom. I have seen it, haven't touched it. Tanya speaks highly of it, and I thought about looking into it, and I said, you know what? If I just wait 22, 23 more days, whatever, I can ask her in person. So I have no idea yet. I'll tell you in a little bit. George, listen. Damn it. I want one so bad. I am not going to do it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to ignore it with every inch of my human capabilities. But I want one like yesterday. That thing is so cool. That thing is also so $900 that I don't need to spend. But yeah, listen, people, listen. This is sick. Basically, rack-mounted Stream Deck. Yeah, it's glorious. It's glorious. But Don needs such a thing. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not listening to you, George. Damn funny. Because, yeah, that thing is sick. That thing is super sick. My son is listening. What's your favorite fountain pen thus far? I'm still a beginner, so don't listen to me. But my favorite fountain pen so far are twofold. I know that makes life hard. This is my Lamy Safari. This is the bomb. This is a special edition, purple joint. I love it, but Lamy Safari is the greatest. Boom. I got Lamy Blue up in here. And then I got, this is way cheaper. This is Kakuno. Fine nib. I got Yamabudo, which is like sexy purple ink up in here. Yamabudo. You know what I haven't done, Aubrey? I haven't dedicated one of my glorious towels to be my pen towel yet. And then I have a diaper that I've been saving. It might become my pen towel, but it's so pretty, I kind of don't want to mess with it. You know what I mean? So I don't like it when I got a little splash on there, and I want to clean it. But I love this. I love this diaper. Don't ask me why. It's just nice, real deal, Holyfield cotton diaper. Boom. I don't have any paper towels nearby. There I do. Yes, I do.
At your age, you might want to save that because you have other uses for it.
Get it off. You must have a towel for your pen. Anyway, let's not fountain pen, people. I will get mad lost up in this. Peace. I love you. Oh, she was in Paris. There you go. So Yolanda has been using Taja. It simplifies the workflow once the content is created. So that's the one thing. You definitely need to have some content in the barrel in order to use Taj. There's that. Oh, Flo, that's right. You are close enough to be on Team Ravens. I'm not talking to you today. I just remember that. Yeah, I can't ask her what her camera is right now because I'm not talking to her. Oh, Patrick, I was showing them, bruh. I don't know if you heard the recap, but I was showing them how custom instructions is the dopest thing in LLMs, period, point blank, in the story, because it allows you to deliver your best persona and your content, the things you ask for. It doesn't sound like it's a random generated chat GPT situation. It sounds like you. But all of us AI guru types are telling people to fill out these custom instruction templates, which are all over the internet. I'm like, before you go out and drop a single dime on that, the easiest thing to do to generate a custom persona is twofold. Let me bring up my homie Claude over here for a second because it'll make sense. CLAUD. Claude does not know how to read the internet on purpose. Claude is designed for using a different sort of format and a content structure. Okay, so let me do that. Come down. Bam. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, so what I did to show this example off to my Gold crew is I took transcripts from some of my recent videos. And then I told it to build a content plan running up in the Cyber Weekend based off of these transcripts. Well, one of the things that you could do with that as well is take these transcripts and post them, and then tell the model that you're trying to generate a set of custom instructions. Because Claude, if you go in here, it has some custom instructions that you can add. Where is it at? Boom, boom, boom. Settings. And you can go in here, you can describe your work function, right? You can get in here in the plan. So you can generate custom instructions for Claude. Same thing with ChatGPT. You come on the side over here, you click on settings, and then you can do custom instructions. Under personalization, bam, and then here is your custom instructions. So if you enable that, these are a bunch of questions that were posited. Now, I don't use ChatGPT CI anymore. I actually take advantage of the memory function more often because it's a little better, but it has things that I've told it to remember in order to not screw up my content. Okay, so what my theory was I said, create a set of custom instructions. In this case, I use Kevin as an example. Tell it what your target audience is and what you're trying to serve, your purpose, your mission, whatever. And then ask it to generate you those interview questions necessary for it to come up with a set of custom instructions. This little last part doesn't matter because I told it to ignore my custom instructions to give that answer because I didn't want to mix my stuff with the example that I was doing for Kevin. You're not going to have that problem, so you can ignore that. But you basically say, I need to generate a set of custom instructions for myself. This is the content that I create. This is the target audience that I'm trying to reach. Here are some transcripts of what I sound like on my show. Interview me. Give me interview questions that I can answer that will help you, help me, help you, help me, basically. And everyone's doing it the hard way with the typing and filling it out. And when you sit there and you type and you fill it out, you know what you do? You think too hard. You start making up shit. You start lying to yourself. This is why I don't like those dumb tests. I did take one recently, which was actually pretty good because it makes it harder for you to lie. But most of those tests, the I know Jay, when I hear the I know Jay thing, all I can think of is, boy, you should know that I got you on my... Sorry, anyway, I hate those tests. I think those tests, you basically lie to fit what you think the test wants to say, and then it gives you BS answers. So rather than fill out these weird questionnaires, come on, Flo, what you know about that Japan Hall? What you know about that Japan Hall? I got Shinkai, Konpeki, Yamabudo, and Murasaki. Boom. She talking this game. I just came home from Japan, girl. I got all kinds of ink. Anyway, basically by you doing it as an actual interview question and you speaking into it in your natural tone, you're more likely to get custom instructions that sound like you so that your chat doesn't sound crazy. And so that was what we was talking about today. So there you go, Pat. That's what we was doing. And that's a good point for me to stop talking about it. Because, I just trust me, people. Listen, if you dive in and you mess with some of this in here, it's going to allow you to get better access. Now you're making your LLM, Chat, Claude, Gemini, all of the above can do it. On Gemini, there's not a current place for you to paste it in, but all of them can do it. Hold that thought before I run away. Gemini can do it one step further, though. GEM, Gemini. Gemini can do it one step further because it knows how to read YouTube videos. Why? Because it's Google. So you go to, boom. Can you see the whole prompt? Can you review this podcast and make a detailed content strategy for the next couple of months for Mary Lou and myself? If it's not clear, I can provide more info. These are actual YouTube links. It knows how to read the YouTube links. And boom, there's the list. I'm just saying. This joint is way too dope nowadays for people to be making crazy excuses. Why they can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Pick one. Set yourself up for win. Set yourself up for a win. Simple Simon went to the apartment, going to the fair. What did I say? Oh, man, I sent this to Paul, and I didn't send it to me, so I didn't download it. But let me download it real quick. I'm going to go here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, J, K, A, K, L, M, N, O, P, A, U, L. There it is. Tuesday, I am going to be on Mac Break Weekly. So, we're going to be talking new iPhones. So, ain't going to be here. You can come over there, though. Come over to Mac Break Weekly. It's actually twit.tv, and you'll see me. Y'all can come and join in the IRC chat and hang out with folks and like, you know, let's squad up. Let's squad up. We're going to be talking, God knows, whatever, all new things in the Mac space, which is very fun. And this week, I'm going to give you guys a little piece of homework. If you have questions, if you've already upgraded, same. If you've already updated to iOS 18, I'm curious. And what is your favorite feature if you have one? And then what questions do you have if you have those? If you pop those into the Discord, I would greatly appreciate it. If you ain't a Discord people, tag me, IG, X, Threads, whatever. Boom. Can't wait to see. Did you order a 15 or a 16, Flo? I ordered 2 16s, a white one and a black one. I wanted my iPhone 16s to be like me and Paul. So I ordered black titanium and white titanium. You're so stupid. No, it was just a matter of which one gets delivered first. The other one I give back without opening. That was all. I was running out of black, and then I didn't think I would be able to get it, and then I went back and did it again, and then it worked. But at first it was like, oh, it's going to come in October, and that was a mistake because I was reading, sending it to my house versus picking it up in Waikiki. Well, not Waikiki, but down the street. Anyway, thank you, people. You know what it is. I will see y'all on the flip side. Class people, I will see you in class. And now I am going to go wake up the Echoes, Notre Dame. Yolanda, you might get spammed tomorrow. You might get some spam. Hank, pray for us. I really don't want to deal with the unincorrigible Yolanda in our group because we're all on the same team at camp, and she's going to drive us nuts because if they win. So hope we win, Hank, because otherwise she's going to be unincorrigible. And I'm going to be sad. So I will see you guys. Oh, yeah, George is on Team Purple, too. All my team is in here today. What it do? Come on, Team Purple. Go away, Yolanda. I'll see y'all in class. People, y'all be good. Sorry you guys have to sit through our random football fisticuffs, but, you know, that's what it is. Love you.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. it never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine.